I waited just long enough for him to crush the fruit cup. How the hell are you, Luke? There's nothing quite like a fruit cup after the titles.
Oh man, that was fantastic.
I was like giving him thumbs up. I'm like, now, crush it now, go have it, do it, that thing, go. And it didn't happen. Luke, what do you got to drink tonight on the pour?
That was delicious, dude. Oh, all right. This evening, I have Muskoka Cream Ale.
Muskoka.
With a rich amber color and a floral tone, this English pub-style ale is smooth and easygoing. Cascade hoppiness and a full body flavor has also earned it gold medal status. Enjoy your beer. Check the before date. Use awkward phrasing.
Is that what they say, or is that just what you're adding in?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
All right. Beer.
I actually quite like Muskoka. They've got an IPA, I think, called Mad Tom.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic IPA. Great beer.
Here we go.
Woo! Man, I swear I'm going to send you for Christmas this year. I'm going to send you some glassware.
We'll use it, dude. I'll set it on the shelf over there.
I'm going to send you glassware. It's got to happen. It's good looking beer.
It's good.
Is that a teacup?
Yeah.
Why are you drinking? Never mind.
Dude, it's not a candy bowl. Although
I stopped using that. You're a beer hipster.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I quit using glassware before it was cool. It's a very dark cream ale. Although maybe I guess not. It could be just your background, but
it's okay, I've got my rating.
Well, feel free to tell us about it.
It's boring. It's there's no bitterness. There's no creaminess to speak of. There's a little bit of floral and
Are you kind of suggesting that it's completely nondescript as a beer?
Yeah.
That's too bad. I mean, a cream ale shouldn't be boring. I mean, it's intended to be light and, easy going, but
there's a tiny little bit of bitter on the finish. Tiny little bit, but it is an unoffensive beer.
Unoffensive or inoffensive? It's an unoffensive beer.
Yeah. It's an unoffensive beer.
I'm not here to grammarize you. Although it is entertaining. All right.
Hey, Greg.
Yeah.
That's cool. You know I spelled that wrong in my head. You know it.
That's actually quite true. I think I'm pretty sure I did.
Yeah, it's
all right.
It's
okay.
Not bad. It's
okay. All right. So for my beer tonight, now that I'm in the one shot, that's my quiet way of telling Luke that I'm in the one shot, so he knows. I made a little trip to my local bottle shop. I said, hey, what's the worst beer on the shelf? The great gal who loves the beers. She went and pointed to this one. Rough Draft Eraser IPA.
Yikes.
It is a 7% IPA out of Rough Draft Brewing Company in San Diego, California. They bill themselves as a industrial vibe brewery and tap house. Now, she also admitted she doesn't really dig IPAs, but that this was the worst one on the shelf. So, let's see. Because this is a genuine West Coast IPA. I mean, this is right out of the... It's from San Diego. Well, that was in it. Okay, skunky dank. Like, with the bottle top off. I haven't even poured it. Just some sort of skunky dank. Haven't read the bottle. I haven't looked at it. Yes, I'm drinking this out of a Two Sergeants glass. I'm sorry, guys. It's not your beer, I know, but gotta drink out of something. Might as well be out of your friend's glass.
Hey, dude, you could use a teacup.
I could use a teacup. Golden, slightly off clear. Big bubbles in the head. Big bubbles in the head. Heard a story on Real Ale Craft Beer. Small bubbles, good beer. So far, not looking good. Don't know if I take that seriously, but so far not good. Lots of fizzy, super effervescent. Now,
how's the nose? Is it piney at all?
It's a little resinous and a little dank, but there's a little fruit, but there's also a little... I got a little stuffy nose, but not that stuffy. A little grass and a little sour. Like I mean, it's appropriate for an IPA, but moving along. Appropriate for an IPA, but not quite what I... What are you doing?
Apparently the guy that owns that brewery is blind.
Get off camera.
No.
Go to bed.
No.
Stab you in the leg for 3 damage. Gave you another 2 points of damage for talking back. Got to keep your employees in line. Okay, little dank, little skunk, little sour. I don't know. Let's see what it tastes like. As IPAs go, it's not bad.
Is it good though?
It's really malt heavy. The palate is really malty. Slightly sweet, fairly light body. Medium. It's kind of a little thicker than I expected. The hops are really dank, and they have that really mid-mouth, crazy-ass, pinch-your-tongue bitter. As IPAs go, not bad. A little earthier than my typical. I prefer an IPA that's more fruity and more sort of bright. This is like a brown ale version of an IPA. It's a little darker. It's a little deeper in flavor. A little malt rich. The hops are a little. There's certainly lots of them. Lots on the nose. There's no pretending there's not enough hops. It's just not... I can see why somebody who was used to West Coast IPAs with huge punches of Citra and Cascades and stuff like passion fruits and mangoes and melon coming through in the hops, this is going to be a very heavy, very dark kind of IPA. Not that it's bad. The label says good or bad, it's all how you look at it. It started out with stubbing your toe on the way to the bathroom, coffee staining your shirt, Betty in accounting taking the last breakfast burrito. You're not going to let that bother you. Today's your day and you're in with an eraser in hand. Everyday moments you savor while you sit here and blah blah, and it's bold hoppy goodness. Tomorrow will be better, and Betty is going to pay for what she did. Well, that's kind of dark. Okay, it doesn't tell me a damn thing. I'm going to give it I know what I'm going to give it. I know what I'm going to give it. I think it's a tasty beer. I think people who are into the bigger, darker beers might like this better as an IPA than some of the fruity. If you're not a fruit person, this might be an IPA for you. So yeah, let me throw this back. Luke, what do you think, man?
I put out my Untapped.
I know, I'm doing the same thing. Oh, excuse me.
This is riveting television.
This is the part of the show where it gets a little.
Fat white dudes stare at their computers.
Yeah, this is the part where the pour gets a little weak, but we want it to be. Excuse me, good push. Thank you. There's another one. We want the pour to be kind of. We want it to be honest. And the best way for it to be honest is to taste these beers and then check them into Untapped, and then you can go see it when you watch the pour. Interesting tonight. Kind of midline beers. The reason that I asked her to give me the worst beer on the shelf, and this is something that I said I would talk about. The reason that I said that, she asked me, she's like, why would you do that? And I said, because if all you ever drink is 4-star plus beers,
yeah, without the light,
your bar lowers. Like what
the darkness, the light cannot shine.
Exactly. You have to have some real drivel once in a while to appreciate some of the truly fine beers there are. Because what I'm finding is there was a time when for me a 5 or a 4.5 was impossible to find. Everything was a 3, everything was a 3.2. And over time, the 4s started to come down and became 3.5s and 3.2s. Right? So once in a while, you got to have some shitty beer.
Yeah.
I'm afraid, on the downside, she failed. Because this is not a shitty beer. It's maybe not my personal preference for an IPA, but as an IPA goes, it's a good one. There's nothing wrong with it. It's hoppy, it's bold, it's drinkable. Yeah. Anyway, there's a little soap on it, though. I just got that. There's a little soap in the finish. Gonna drop that down a little bit. Okay, anyway. What do you got, Luke? What's the deal?
Good but basic. I'm not getting a ton of cream. I'm not getting a ton of. I'm not getting a ton of cream. Touch of bitter on the end with some floral. Reviewed live on here. ... Maybe again? ?
That pretty much says it all. A 2. All right.
You know what? That's not fair. I'm going to bump it to a 2.25 because I would buy this beer again.
Well, there you go. I gotta change that hashtag. The pour. Okay, for Rough Draft Eraser IPA. That's the beast we're talking about right there. Rough Draft Eraser IPA, 7%. It's a big beer. I gave it a earthy hop aroma, solid malt backbone, a little something odd in the finish for me, but overall a solid IPA. Tasted live, hashtag the pour. I gave it a 3, which may well be one of the lower IPAs I've had for a while. Not that that's a bad thing. Confirm. I have checked it. Boom, it in.
Hey, Greg.
Yeah, buddy. Apparently,
drink responsibly.
What's that? Drink responsibly?
Please drink responsibly.
Indeed, please drink responsibly. Thanks for joining us. That was the pour. I guess we got to finish these now, eh?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I guess we'll get on that.